Hey, Lashpreneurs, happy Monday. On today's episode, we're going to talk about streamlining and simplifying your payment collection, right? So I was scrolling through some Facebook groups just trying to find inspiration for today's episode, and I saw a couple of posts about like payments and Zelle and Cash App and Venmo and all the different ways that you can accept payment. And I thought it might be interesting to help you guys look at your business through a different lens, to not overcomplicate something that doesn't need to be complicated. And when you're trying to skirt around something like credit card processing fees, you are making your life so much more difficult. You're making your accountant's life so much more difficult. And you're going to have a really, really hard time making financially savvy decisions in your business when you don't have accurate financial data. And when we're collecting payments from 40 different ways, it gets real messy. And I have seen some amazingly creative accounting come across my desk over the years with people. And they're like, well, I did this and I did this. And then I thought this. And you're overcomplicating something that should be a very simplified process. So let's talk about it. I'm going to use Venmo as like the most commonly used payment, aside from, traditional payments like cash or card. But that can also include Zelle or Cash App or any of these other money transfer apps. So I'm just going to say Venmo, but no, if you use Cash App, Zelle, the same applies. Okay, so why I think most people, if they're using these alternative payment methods, are using them is to maybe avoid credit card processing fees, and or it used to be that was a way to avoid paying taxes because you didn't have to mark it as income, but these companies have now gotten savvy that businesses were using it for personal, as marking it as personal. And so anytime that you receive over $600 in cash through these apps, they will send you a 1099 and submit it to the government to show that you received income from this app to this certain amount. So you do have to claim it and report it anyways. So that old way of thinking that, oh, I'm just going to avoid paying income tax on this, kind of drives me to my next point. Are we running our lash or beauty, quote unquote, business as a hobby, or are we running it as a business? When you're first starting out and you're just doing a couple of friends and they just throw you a little bit of money because you're like learning, fine. You want to be messy with your finances, you're not trying to like actually grow a business, fine. Do what you got to do. Treat it as a hobby. But at some point you got to go, no, this is actually a business. I want this to be a business. I want this to support me. I want this to sustain me. I want this to be legitimate. In which case we can no longer do the little child's play hobby-based thinking of like, I'm just lashing friends. I actually now have to run this as a business, which means that we are doing things legally. We're doing things with profit in mind, which I get for when you're just starting out in a business. You don't really understand necessarily the concepts of profit and loss and operating expenses and all of that. Hence why you're here listening to the Lashpreneur. Won't go through all that. But when you are trying to avoid credit card processing fees, which is a natural part of running a business, especially in this day and age where almost 99% of the business that we do is digital, as far as the cash payments coming in. When you are trying to nickel and dime your clients by passing along a credit card processing fee to them, or if you're trying to just bend and cater to whatever clients and however clients can pay you in whatever way possible, you are overcomplicating your business accounting, the money coming into your business, and then you're going to start making decisions based on scarcity and not having enough money, and you don't have any data to back that up because it's really messy in either your bookkeeping or accounting, or you're not doing that at all because it's overwhelming, right? So if you have the ability to accept payment from like 3 to 5 different avenues, do you know how many steps that's going to take and how many things you're going to have to remember on like what client paid and which platform and how do I get that money over here and how do I transfer it to there and here? And it's messy. So let's simplify it. I will tell you the most simplified way of running your business transactions. And then we can talk about maybe some obstacles that you have to getting to there if you're not doing it that way. So the easiest, most simplified way to run the business payment processing in your business is have a booking software, okay? Have some sort of credit card processing company integrated with that. Now, most booking softwares already have a payment processor integrated with their platform. At least the big ones do. I highly recommend for booking softwares, first and foremost, Acuity, which I believe has merged with Square lately. Don't quote me on that, but I believe they're integrated now. Acuity is great. Acuity is amazing. We always recommend Acuity first. You can go to lashpreneur.com/Acuity to learn more about it. But It'll do all the functionality you need for your business, 100%. It's got things like it will minimize the gaps. So if you don't like having big gaps in your schedule, it can show you, appointment times, or show your client appointment times that are only within a certain time range of the last appointment booked. It can limit the availability to make it look like you're busier. Like, it's got a cool bunch of tools to it. And for if you ever want to run ads, like if that's something you ever want to do in your business at any point in the future, Acuity is the way to go, because they're the only booking software that I'm aware of at this recording that will allow you to track when somebody books an appointment. All other booking softwares don't allow the pixels and the ad, like Google ads or Facebook or Instagram ads, to track when somebody actually books the appointment. So you can't really track through your ads, like I paid money for this client to go through and book an appointment. All you can really track is traffic going to your website, but it can't track once they've booked, which is really important for ads. So Acuity, number one. Square is also widely popular. Vigaro's another great one. And then I've heard some good things about Gloss Genius. So have some sort of booking software that will integrate or already has a native credit card processing ability inside the platform. So client comes up, you see that, okay, she's got a 60-minute lash fill. It's $80. I can check her out in my booking software. I run the card and it tracks it in my booking software. I have it integrated with my bank, right? So all of this can go together where money comes in. It already transfers to your business bank account, not your personal bank account, your business bank account. So now I have the ability to track all of the sales and all of the appointments and all of the money generated through the booking software and pull reports as needed to make great decisions. The money goes into my business bank account, and then what I do with it there, that's a story for another day. We have a class called Know Your Numbers Masterclass that teaches you all about how to manage the money in your business once it's in your bank account. But the cool thing is that if you use those credit card processors, they will already take out the processing fee before it ever hits your bank account. Okay? So that would be the most streamlined way of doing things with payment through a card. Yes, you can also accept cash. I'm fine with that. It's just an extra step for you to have to go deposit that cash into the bank. I do recommend putting the cash into the bank and not just pocketing it. You can, again, what we're trying to create here is a digital paper trail, a step-by-step. If you can't determine how much money is coming into your business, how much money is going out, how much is going into your pocket versus how much is going to pay expenses, you're going to have a really hard time knowing anything about how to grow your business because it's not being tracked. You can't grow what you don't know. So the more streamlined you can make it where everything ends up in your business bank account, then from your business bank account, you can transfer it to your personal account. You can pay bills for the business through the bank account. There's a whole bunch of different ways you can do, but we've got to get all of the money into one spot so then we know what to do with this pile of money instead of having 7 piles in different places and trying to figure out where they go and how they do it. And okay, I'm going to take the money from Venmo and I'm going to transfer it to my personal account. Okay, but are we tracking that? Because technically we're still going to owe taxes on it for the business. Well, now is it income for you or is it income for the business, right? It's overcomplicating it. So again, I'm going to repeat that and have you write it down if you need to. Client is ready to check out. You go to your booking software, you click checkout, you tell her what the amount is. We're not nickel and diming her for the processing fees. It's already it's the cost of doing business, right? It is already a part of you running a business to pay for the processing fees. We swipe her card. That money then goes from her account into the business bank account through the booking software. Nothing that you have to do with that. Cool. Now we can run reports if we need to of how many dollars we brought in for lash services, how much we did this month versus last month, all through the booking software. So money goes into the business bank account. Then we can do with whatever we want to do to transfer that money either into our personal account or pay bills through it. But once that pile of money is in one spot, then you can start to make decisions. Your booking software, you can pull reports. If you haven't ever explored the reports in your booking software, good place to start if you want to get some data. Even just being able to pull a sales report for a month and look at things like how many new clients I had this month, how many returning clients I had this month, how much cash came in from new clients versus old clients or returning clients. Those are important things for you to know what's working in your business and what's not, and to be able to predict next month. Okay, I had 7 new clients this month, and hopefully those 7 new clients are coming back for 2 fills this next month. I can start to get some more predictability once I can track the data, but it has to be accurate. If you are having Venmo be transferred to your Venmo account and you're not using it for business, you're using it for personal, so client is transferring to your personal Venmo, then you're not actually tracking that in your booking software. So yes, you could have an extra step to go check it out and just mark it as cash or whatever you do in your booking software to like close out the appointment. But now we have 2 separate processes going on and they're not merged together to be able to get you the combined data. Also, when you're doing booking software or when you're using some sort of credit card version, there's an option for them to leave a tip. Now, I don't know if you guys have this experience. I definitely did. So don't tell. But the first 3 months of me being out on my own, I was mobile because I didn't have a location yet. And I had built up some clients at the salon I was at that still needed some servicing, so I just went to their homes. 0 out of 10 recommend that, by the way. But I found that when I was mobile going into their homes, they didn't tip, right? Because they saw, oh, well, there's no expenses to her stuff. Like she's just collecting all the money, so the money for the service is the same as the money as the tip. That's not necessarily how that works, but I didn't have as much overhead, but I still had a car that I was paying off and all this kind of stuff. So they didn't tip when I was mobile. The second that I got into a physical brick and mortar location, those same clients now started to tip because now they saw it as a legitimate business. Now they saw it, oh, she has much higher overhead. Well, let's make sure Tara is getting some money because, they understood like business expenses to some extent. But it was interesting to see that the same clients, when I went mobile, then started tipping me once I was in a brick and mortar location. The other thing that happens when you start using credit card processors is it will prompt them to tip. So they're more likely to tip when they are prompted. So it is an interesting way to look at when somebody's transferring you Venmo, very rarely are they including and adding on tip for the payment. Maybe some of them, and we love those clients, right? That they're that intentional about thinking about it, but they're not being prompted to tip, which increases the likelihood of tipping happening, okay? So let's talk about the processing fees because I do think that's a reason why people avoid that. Your processing fees on average are anywhere from like 2.7 to 3% of the sale. Okay. And then it's like, I don't know, 16 cents per transaction or whatever. When you go into business, there are costs associated with having a business. Accept it. Embrace it. Right? I kind of look at it as like taxes. When you pay taxes, it means you were profitable. So it's a good thing that you were profitable and paying taxes. It's not, that's my money and the government's taking it. Are you kidding me? No, that is your cost of being a citizen in the country that you're in. That is a cost of being able to do business in the state and or city that you live in. So it's all about perspective shifting because without those taxes, you wouldn't be able to run a business. You wouldn't be able to do it, right? So when it comes to the processing fees, I want you to look at your business and any decision you make, but we'll keep it specifically with the payment collection, that if your business was 10 times the size it is now, would this process work? Would it be streamlined? Would it be efficient? Would it be time consuming? Would it be ineffective? Would it make a big giant mess of everything and more work? If you had 10 times the amount of clients, 10 times the amount of transactions, 10 times the amount of money coming in and out of the business, are the way that you're running your business now, the ways that you're running your business now, effective, simplified, streamlined? Or is it already a hot mess and any growth in your business is going to make it even more of a hot mess? I don't like your money being a hot mess. And chances are you're probably spending a lot of time, energy, and wasting a lot of money by having really complicated financial processes. And I have seen some incredibly creative accounting come across my plate over the last few years. I'm working with business owners who have no idea what they're doing, and that's fine. That's why you're here. That's why you're listening. You're here to learn. And I understand duct taping stuff together just to try and get through because you don't know any better, but you're here now and you're here to learn. Okay. When you have streamlined, like very simplified ways of money coming into the business and being able to track it, right? Being able to go pull up a bank account report and see, okay, yep, here's all the money that came in that month. And oh, here's all my expenses and what's left over, or is there anything left over? Or did I go into debt, or do I have to take out loans, or all of these different decisions that need to be made? You can make financially informed decisions in your business when you can track money coming in and when you can track money going out. And if you have money coming in from Zelle or Cash App or credit card processors and or cash, and you have all of these different places money can come in, it gets a lot messier to track. It's much harder. It's easier for your little brain who's running all sorts of different things in the business, along with having a personal life and managing all these clients and trying to stay on top of social media and all this different stuff. You're going to forget. You can't possibly remember where everything was coming in. That's why it's nice to have the safety measures built in when you have it streamlined and simple. If all of a sudden you're missing cash, or you thought you should have more cash in the bank account, but it's not there, and now you're confused why, you can go follow the digital paper trail to find where the leak is, or where money was misplaced, or where you forgot about a transaction that was a couple $100, or taxes being taken out, or whatever. But if you have money coming in and out from all different places, you're going to have a really hard time ever being able to pay yourself consistently, ever be able to grow your business consistently, and ever be able to stay on top of all of the transactions and taxes that you're going to owe. It doesn't make running business very fun. And if we're not running a business to try and make money, then what are we doing? It's a hobby. If you are not running a business to make money, it is a hobby. So you can treat it however you want. But if you're listening to this, I assume you want a business. So I'll tell you the most streamlined and simplified way that our students run it for the most part, that I see the bigger businesses, that this is the easiest way to do it. Because again, when you get a bigger business, when you're running multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, having messy accounting ain't gonna fly. Okay. So what I recommend is having a booking software first and foremost, right? Clients can book online, makes it super easy for them. You can check them out, right? So that there can be reports pulled on appointments booked and cash that came in, right? Booking softwares, if you're still doing paper booking, welcome to 2024. Welcome to 2012. We needed to evolve into the digital world about a decade and a half ago. So booking software, have that first and foremost. Is a cost of doing a business? Yes, they do cost monthly, and by good reason. We are making it easy for clients to book. When you don't have it, when a client has to reach out to you and they can't book online, they can't research you online, you are leaving money on the table, because there's a lot of clients who don't want to reach out to you, who don't want to have a conversation with you. They just want to go book and they want to show up. All right, so booking software, have some sort of payment processor integrated into your booking software. Now, most booking softwares nowadays do have the option to have some sort of credit card processor already built in. You don't have to do anything on your end. The top booking softwares I recommend, first and foremost, Acuity. 10 out of 10 recommend. That's what we recommend all of our students use for a variety of different reasons, but they already have, basically they're integrated with Square, so they already have the Square payment processing built in. So what you can do is when a client goes to check out, you pull up her appointment in your booking software, you go check out, it says the price, you charge her card, that's integrated with your bank account, so the money automatically gets transferred to your business bank account, not your personal, your business bank account. She's prompted to leave a tip. She leaves a tip. Cool beans. We're off to the races. You can pre-book her out for the next one. What's interesting about having booking softwares integrated with credit card payment processors or using a payment processor is they will remove the fees before it ever hits your bank account. So you can know that what's in your bank account is accurate, right? It's already had the fees removed. You can account for those processing fees, or your accountant can account for those processing fees on for your taxes. But what's in your bank account, you don't have to worry about the processing fees. They've already been taken out. Booking softwares, let's go back to those. Other ones that are really popular, Square, Vagaro, and I've heard some good things about Gloss Genius, but I really recommend Acuity, Vagaro being the second most popular one, and then Square probably up in there. Okay. So the credit card processing fees, like we said, it was like 3% plus a transaction fee. Do not pass those down to your clients. You got to think about if your clients are paying for what is perceived as a luxury service, right? This is optional. Not anybody needs this, right? It's optional. It's luxury. It's pampering. We generally want to charge a decent, if not premium price point for it, because it is highly technical and it gives them a beautiful transformation for their looks and how they feel about themselves. So doesn't it seem odd that for a luxury service, you're nickel and diming your clients? Nothing tells me as a consumer more. Now, granted, I'm in the business world, so I kind of look more critically than maybe the average person, but nothing tells me you don't know how to run your business or that you're losing money left and right when you're passing along transaction fees that are cost of doing business. You get to write those fees off. If you're passing it down to me, the client, I don't get to write those fees off, right? So you get to have some sort of tax saving strategy by writing off the money that you collect in processing fees. But if you're passing that along to me, do you still get to write it off and I'm now paying you extra? Right? Because technically they can write off the processing fees as a cost of doing business. But if I'm paying for it now, I'm like, that's a little dicey. That's a little weird. Also, when you are so tight in your money that a 3% credit card processing fee is going to make or break your business, you need to raise your prices. You're not operating profitably. If 3% on a credit card processing fee is going to tank your business, we need to learn financial practices in our business so that we are not so tight with what we're going to call our margins, right? That we have room for a 3% fee to not tank our business or our ability to pay ourselves, so that we don't have to pass it along to the clients. Now, worst case scenario, you could raise your prices by like $3 to $5 and just include that. Like now your payment processing fee is included. Do a price increase. If you're so tight that you can't stand to pay the processing fee, it is a part of doing business. You can write it off, but it is also a convenience for the client. Let's talk about why we offer credit card payments or use something like Venmo or Zelle, because it's convenient for the client. We don't want to overcomplicate having clients book with us or pay us, right? But when we start offering all of these different ways of doing it, right? Venmo, Zelle, credit cards, Cash App, cash, it overcomplicates the process. We don't need to complicate it. Most businesses, if you look at, just look at big businesses like Starbucks or McDonald's or Nordstrom's or wherever Sephora, they don't have multiple different ways to collect payment. They have two. You can use a card, most people do, or use cash. So if they're not offering all of these different payment options and different ways that you can send them cash, we got to get critical and think, if it was efficient, if it was streamlined, if it was profitable, they'd probably be doing it. They know business better than we do, right? They're bigger. They run multiple millions of dollars a year. So chances are, if they're not using it, we shouldn't be either. And we can start to research and understand why. But again, if you have a business that is 10 times the size it is now, you need to be able to track transactions coming in and out in a streamlined way. And overcomplicating where money is in your business is a good way to lose money in your business and forget where money is, or forget that you transferred it from here, or I took it from Venmo and I transferred it to my personal account instead of my business bank account, or my friend sent me money and my client sent me money. So now I have combined money in here. One of them is for business and one of them is for personal. And now it's mixed up. Yeah, gets a little tricky. Makes running taxes really hard. And if your taxes are complicated, or you take a really long time to get all of your stuff over to your account because you don't have streamlined processes, you sure as aren't going to be able to make good informed financial decisions in your business throughout the year, because you have to take the time to be able to go in and manually track all of this stuff instead of having it streamlined. I know when I check somebody out through the booking software, that's going to go into my bank account. Not only can I pull a report from my booking software, which again, booking software reports, awesome, great tool to use. When I pull a report from a booking software, that's one way of getting data. Then I can match that with what's in my bank account minus those credit card processing fees, which would also be on the booking software report. So now I don't have any missing money. And if I do, then I know the paper trail to go follow to find it. That way, at any point, you are fully in charge of where your money is coming in and where your money is going out, so that you can make great decisions to change any of that if you want. If you know money coming in and money coming out and it's not enough money coming in to have money left over, then we can make decisions. Do I need to lower my expenses or increase my sales? Okay, increase my sales. Cool. How many new clients did I have this last month? Well, my booking software can pull a report of how many new clients came in versus how many returning clients came in. Cool. So last month I only had 5 new clients. Well, this month I'm probably going to need more, but hopefully those 5 clients came back and are now returning clients. Is that tracking, right? There's a whole bunch of different ways that we can track data, but we have to have a really streamlined way of being able to track our sales. And if we don't have it streamlined, then we can't make decisions on how to grow more sales. You can't grow what you don't know. So streamline your booking process. Again, the easiest, most simple way. Yes, you can accept cash. You can accept card. Priority being card, the convenience for the client being card. Through a payment processor linked to your booking software. Link that payment processor and booking software to your business bank account, not your personal. That way there's a digital paper trail. Once it's in your business bank account, that's a story for another day. We can figure out whether it goes to paying bills, paying you, whatever. We have a whole masterclass called Know Your Numbers Masterclass. You can go to lashpreneur.com/knowyournumbers and invest in that class and learn what to do once the money hits your business bank account, and how to grow sales and how to decrease expenses. But the streamlined way of collecting payments so that you can track your money much easier and simpler. Get rid of Venmo, get rid of Zelle, get rid of Cash App, streamline it. If you have clients that are using that, just give them a heads up. Hey, starting May 1st, I'll no longer be accepting these payment options. We're just going to do card or cash. Just wanted to give you a heads up. I will no longer be accepting those payments. End of story. And they can go, oh, but whatever. No, this is just how we're streamlining the business. It'll make your life so much easier to be able to track all the money coming in from one streamlined way of doing it, and not 17 different ways that you have to remember. Did I transfer that? How much of that came out as payment process? Like, get it all digitally tracked. So all you have to do is pull a report to be able to make a decision. All right. So if you guys want to learn more about what to do with the money in the business bank account once it comes in, go to lashpreneur.com/knowyournumbers so that you can start to pay yourself more. And we call that owner's pay. We call it profit, whatever you want to call it. It's good stuff. So once you've got these processes in place to streamline money coming into your business, and you want to know what to do to either grow that amount of money or scale your business, lashpreneur.com/knowyournumbers. All right. That's all I've got for you today, guys. Have a good one.